Did you know there are feelings that can completely ruin your life if you let them? And no, it's not just lust, even though that one gets a lot of the blame. The truth is, there are at least 13 of these emotional traps, each one just as dangerous, sneaky, and life-altering as the next. Let's break them down so you can learn to dodge these emotional landmines. Trust me, by the end, you'll look at your own feelings in a whole new way. Let's start with lust. At first, it's thrilling. It's the spark that makes your heart race and your brain scream. Go for it. But here's the catch: lust tricks you into thinking everything is perfect when, in reality, it's not. It clouds your judgment, making you chase momentary pleasures without considering long-term consequences. Have you ever made a choice that felt amazing at the time, but left you asking, "What was I thinking?" That's lust for you, exciting, but often regretful. Now, envy is like scrolling through social media and thinking, why does everyone else have their life together? They don't. But envy has this way of making you feel like you're always falling short. Instead of appreciating what you have, you're too busy wishing for what someone else has. It's exhausting. And spoiler, half the stuff people show off isn't even real. The more you let envy fester, the more joy it sucks out of your own life. Then there's greed. You felt it, haven't you? That just one more feeling, one more dollar, one more promotion, one more follower. It's like chasing a mirage you never actually get there. Greed keeps moving the goalpost, convincing you that no matter how much you achieve, it's never enough. And in the end, it's not just exhausting, it's empty. What's the point of having everything if you can't enjoy it? Pride is a tricky one because it starts off feeling so good. You're confident, you're killing it until pride goes too far. Suddenly, it's no longer about being proud of yourself. It's about being better than everyone else. It makes you stubborn, unable to admit when you're wrong, and you know what happens then. You lose connections, friends, respect, opportunities. Pride doesn't just ruin relationships, it isolates you. Anger is the next one. It feels powerful in the moment, doesn't it? Like you're taking control. But let's be real, it's destructive. Anger makes you say and do things you regret. It burns bridges faster than you can build them. Sure, it's normal to feel angry sometimes, but if you let it control you, it's like holding onto a hot coal. It only hurts you in the end. Fear, on the other hand, doesn't shout, it whispers. It's that voice in your head saying, what if you fail? What if it doesn't work out? Fear convinces you to stay in your comfort zone, to play it safe. But safe is also small. Think about it: how many opportunities have you let slip away because you were too scared to take a risk? Fear keeps you stuck when you could be soaring. And then there's guilt. Oh, guilt. It's like carrying a backpack full of invisible rocks. A little guilt can keep you accountable, sure, but too much, it's paralyzing. You start punishing yourself for things that might not even be your fault. It's like apologizing for existing. Let go of the guilt that doesn't serve you, or it'll weigh you down forever. Shame is guilt's darker, meaner cousin. Guilt says, I did something bad. Shame whispers, I am bad. It's the feeling that convinces you there's something fundamentally wrong with you. And the worst part, it makes you hide. Hide your true self, your dreams, your voice. But hiding doesn't fix anything, it just keeps you stuck in a loop of self-doubt. Jealousy takes things up a notch, where envy is quiet and internal. Jealousy is loud and messy. It makes you suspicious, accusatory, and frankly, exhausting to be around. You start creating problems that don't exist, driving wedges between you and the people you care about. It's a losing game for everyone involved. And then there's regret. You know that feeling of looking back on something and wishing you'd done it differently. Regret is like binge watching your worst mistakes on repeat. It keeps you focused on the past instead of the future, making it almost impossible to move forward. Life isn't meant to be lived in reverse, but regret will try to convince you otherwise. The thing is, these feelings aren't inherently bad, they're just emotions. But if you let them run the show, they'll steer you straight into chaos. The good news, you're in control. Recognize these emotions for what they are, temporary, and don't let them define you. Learn to feel them, process them, and let them go. Because once you do, you'll realize you're stronger than any emotion trying to ruin your life.